Okay, welcome back. This came out in 2005. I think last session I was like, was this 2001? Way off. Way off. 2005. I think the fact that God of War 2 exists is maybe throwing me off. Because I was thinking, well, there's a sequel, so the first one must have been early on. But it wasn't. 2005. Hey there, Casa. Happy Saturday. Welcome. The music is top-notch in this game. I mean, you hear like the same 3 songs a lot. They're all very good. Time to roll to victory. Yes, we left off at the start of Pandora's temple. It's time to bust in. Oh, it's time to roll in.
So, you think you can conquer the Temple of the Gods, do you? It's never been done, you know. Sooner or later, the Harpies will bring what's left of you back for me to burn. The gods hid Pandora's box in here, so no mortal would ever claim its power. And yet, year after year, I opened the gate for more and more soldiers and placed more and more bodies on these pyres. If I were you, I'd leave now. But I can see you are determined. Very well.
I like how this guy's clearly been doing this a long time.
May the gods grant you strength to conquer the perils that lay before you. Good luck, Spartan.
It's never been done, you know. You know what? I'll take this health. Seems we're never ever going to come back here. It's exactly the kind of game I need today. I've been doing a little outdoors work. So I'm quite tired. And my legs are aching. So, not that you don't have to think here, but... I have to think too hard, I think is the point. Uh-oh. I didn't think hard enough. Yeah, do let me know if, you know, the audio is okay, the balancing and everything. You may be like, oh, finally, I don't have to I don't have to listen to him, so I'm not going to say anything. Uh-oh. I hope you're all here for cheese strats as well, because that's what we're going to be working with. For most of the time. I only deal in cheese. I don't think the strat requires much explanation. Sort of see. See what we're going for here. See, if you try and do something else, it's not worth it. Oops. I couldn't cheese that quick time event. Alright, let's roll up these stairs. And let's get inside. God. It's a good looking game, but this sand is not helping anybody. Much better. Anyway, I hope you've all been well. I feel like I haven't really played many games. I've been playing a lot of Zomboid, actually. The new build. I also love how it's just called the Unstable build. So in Steam, it just shows under where it says version, it just says unstable. I'm like, yeah, that's me. Load that one up. Some coffee ice cubes. Nice. On deck. Yeah, other than Zomboids, I played anything else? I really haven't this week. I was ill on Monday. Which is weird. I was ill on Monday, but then happy to stream on Tuesday. I sort of felt better, but then Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, I was just like all over the place. This temple was erected in honor of and at the command of the mighty Lord Zeus. Only the bravest hero shall solve its puzzles and survive its dangers. One man will receive ultimate power. All others shall meet their doom. love it if Pandora's box was just right there. The Rings of Pandora. So this is I think this is a great there's a great structure to like Pandora's temple, or at least this beginning bit. Later on later on it becomes a bit more crazy, but there's almost like an in-game reason for that. Whereas here there's a real fun structure. By the way, I would hate to get all the way to Pandora's temple and then die here. Like, this is the first, apart from the fighting with guys, which may or may not happen every time. That might just be for us. But I would hate to die to that, you know, to these little spike walls. What a waste of effort, you know? Not like they're difficult to spawn. I am feeling better, yeah. I was, yeah, saying earlier, I think I was just stressed out. And it was giving me a headache. Or the headache was stressing me out and making me feel worse. I don't know. But I just really needed to get the weekend. Like, I woke up this morning and was like, oh, I'm fine. So we'll see what happens on Monday. But my work calendar is quite nice next week. Not a lot going on. Or not a lot to just interrupt me. So we're not going in there just yet. We'll come back to that later. You need a couple of keys to get through there. Come on, Kratos. Don't give up on me now. Here we go. This is our stop. But yeah, I love the idea that you're like moving this entire structure around to get to the different parts of the temple.
Artemis.
Kratos, the gods demand more of you. You have learned to use the blades of chaos well, but they alone will not carry you to the end of your task. I offer you the very blade I used to slay a titan. Take this gift and use it to complete your quest. Take this weapon, Kratos. Take this power and use it to defeat your enemies.
You've acquired the Blade of Artemis.
Go with the gods, Kratos. Go forth in the name of Olympus.
It's very strong. Yeah, I watched, so I went to bed early on Monday because I was ill. But I ended up watching Once Upon a Time in Mexico, which is an absolutely bonkers movie, if you've ever seen it. I might just get this. Poseidon's Rage level 3 is, I mean, that's gonna get us out of a lot of scrapes. Yeah, I think it's like the sequel to to a movie called Desperado, which is the one that I remember. I remember one scene in Desperado from when I was younger. That's what I thought I was watching. But it ended up being a completely different movie that I'd never seen before, but it was still crazy and good. Kind of dropped off towards the end, but... I enjoyed my time with it. I think the movie made me feel better. If that's possible. Also, I may have mentioned that I watched it on Tuesday, and I can't actually remember. Because most of last week just feels like a blur. Oh yeah, it was really good. So Antonio Banderas is the main character. El Mariachi. But it's got Johnny Depp, it's got Willem Dafoe as the baddie. It's got Danny Trejo. Got some good people in it. It's Robert Rodriguez, so it has a very, very particular body of work. You know, sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't work as well. So obviously when you're dealing with Medusa, or Gorgons rather, the best strategy is to just roll around in circles. If you ever face a Gorgon in real life, you now know what to do. Well, he looks great in that movie, I gotta say. It's a great looking Antonio. Ouch. Wow, everything's so tanky. Oh, I was really hoping this would be health. Oh, no. That could be bad. There is a health down there, thank God. Or I could just do that. That also works. So remember I said the rope section would come up again? Well, here we are. Also, I quite like that this is one of the few sections where it's like... Uh-oh. You see just other people trying to beat Pandora's temple. Which doesn't come up a lot. You see, like, bodies absolutely everywhere. But you very rarely see fights happening. But you could those platforms over there, you can't get to them. So it's like in my head, whenever I play this, I'm always like, so what am I doing? Am I doing the intended route? The intended route of Pandora's temple? Or is there no intended route? And it's just like, you just do whatever. Just do whatever you can. They don't. They're nowhere near the cover art. Okay, this could be rough. Yeah, I'm clearly picking up a key item. But those guys aren't anywhere near this. They're not even on the same platform. Obviously, been thinking about it way too much. I'm dead. I was in two minds as to whether to upgrade Poseidon's Rage or this blade, both of which are quite good for this. Yeah, I can imagine Lara. This is the kind of place Lara would end up. Just maybe not in this time period. Maybe. Depends how crazy they want to take the story. What is this one enemy? Why? Come on. There we go. Well, that wasn't as close as I thought it would be. There you go. See, I just came in, and they're all still fighting. So I just came in, got the key item, and left. So if they're down there to get that key item, they just watched me just come and go. Like, that's gotta crush their morale a little bit. But then at the same time, you know, if maybe if you tried this challenge after Kratos, what you should do is attempt Pandora's Temple. You want to be the one who comes in right after Kratos. So all the doors are open. You know, and a lot of the enemies are killed, a lot of the puzzles are solved. Again, possibly been thinking about it too much. That's the ultimate cheese. Let the experienced climber attempt Everest, right? They plan out the routes. They, you know, they pretty much do, you know, 99% of the work. You just have to climb right after them. Oh my goodness. Ladies are rather tough. Yeah, the Tomb Raider villain method, yeah. The my ignorance amuses me method. The Manfred Powell method. That's his name, right? If that's not his name, I don't know where I just got that from. That's the guy. How these things take a beating. Oh, God mode. By the way, I saw it was the Steam Spring Sale currently, so you know what that means. Give me your wallet. Hand it over. Hand it over. Give me the... I'm being Steam. Not me. I'm pretending to be Steam right now. Another time to buy it, man. I wonder if there's a way I could buy Hitman again. Probably. It's the type of game where there will be another way. There'll always be another copy, I think. Yeah. I wasn't really saving much last time, but I should, because if my special PS2 breaks, for any reason, I'm gonna lose. I'm gonna need to play RE4 again. Let me explain. So we did all we were playing retro achievement. No, I need to. We were playing retro. We were doing the retro achievements, and then I lost my saves for some reason. Then I replayed it, but then my memory broke. So now I have to play it again to get to a stage where we can carry on with those retro achievements. Which honestly is a little bit annoying. I don't mind playing it again, but it's the fact that I already made peace with it. I was like, oh, my save's gone, so I'll do this again. But then my new save is also gone. It's a little annoying. Okay, now normally, you could kind of do whatever here. But we actually have to time this right. Okay, it's much harder on the way back, also. No, it really does say no to RE4. But I've been, I've had the VOD saved for a while, and it's just taking me this long to, like, start publishing. So they're going up at the moment, so I'm kind of watching it, and I'm like, oh yeah, I really need to get back to doing this. To get our progress back, you know? I need to. Back across for some reason. And again. This guy does not know where he wants to be. Well, I can be down there. This takes longer, but it's way safer. Way cheesier, which you know I love. How is that hitting both of them? What? Oh hey, I think I've got this chest before, but I'm not actually that sure. Now that we're here. Oh. You just jumped into me. There's so many. Fellas. Stop. Don't do that. Don't do that move. I just magic again. Yeah, why not? Oh god. There's a real PS2. There's memory cards and everything. What more proof do you need? Okay, we could die here. We could. They're different to what they were on the way through. No. God. I wasn't totally sure of that. Ouch. Ouch. That's not the best demonstration of that. Nope. Oh, God. Okay, well, we may have fluffed this. Let's try again. That's much more like it. It does seem like a lot of these puzzles can only be solved once. I mean, if I did all this and then failed, is someone wandering back around resetting everything? Could be the pyre guy. Like, he... But then maybe he's like the supervisor, because it seems like a lot for one guy. But then I can't imagine the gods would care. Zeus is not going to be caring about that. Stop blocking. Zeus does not approve of the block. Like, this is quite difficult to reset. You'd have to get a new boulder, you'd have to build a new door. Hey there, Wicked, welcome. Gosh, that seems quiet compared to the game. I hope everyone's been able to hear me up to this point. But hey there, Wicked. Welcome in. My younger son will laugh no more. Death in the service of his father. Death in the service of the gods. The building of this temple has claimed his life. May you be lucky enough that it not claim yours. Oh yeah, there is a remaster, yeah. I have played it, but you can't... I think the only way you can play it now on PlayStation is to stream it. Oh, I guess you could emulate a HD one, but... I'm just playing the PS2 one. Look at my little Kratos hands. Oh god. There's no fall damage in this. Well, you can jump off a cliff and die, but if there's a platform below it, there's no fall damage. Yeah, didn't you play this recently? One and two?
The wrecked bodies of those who had gone in search of Pandora's
I think I
box
watched
lay
a little
before
bit
him,
too.
and at once Kratos knew who was responsible. For this was not the first time he'd seen the ruin Ares and his minions had left in their wake. Kratos had experienced it firsthand years before. The youngest and boldest captain in the Spartan army, Kratos inspired fierce loyalty in his men. It had always been enough to carry them through any battle until this day. The barbarians to the east numbered in the thousands and descended on the Spartans without mercy. The battle lasted near hours. The discipline and training of the Spartans did little to stem the tide of the merciless barbarians. The soldiers faced a massacre, while their young captain faced the end of his brilliant career and his life. But to Kratos, victory was worth any price, even his soul.
Ares! Destroy my enemies, and my life is yours.
That desperate call for aid would come to haunt Kratos for all his days.
By the gods, what have I become?
Tempted to replay it. Yeah, these games are fun to like marathon. You know, if you've like taken a bit of a break. I can understand not wanting to like dive back in halfway through or something. Yeah, no, I believe so, yeah. I'm excited for him. I'd like to play this. I'd like to play a remaster. But I mean, this is perfectly fine, but yeah, I'd love to play a remaster of this. If nothing else, it might spawn more games of its type, you know? Which I would very much enjoy. Okay, I think I want to throw this. Feel like you underappreciated them. Yeah, I think I mean, I'd like the 2018 one. But going back to this, I'm like, I much prefer this gameplay. For sure. Actually, I don't think I do need to upgrade this. The Blades of Chaos are probably fine. Has there been a God of War since Ragnarok? Oh yeah, there was. It's only recently come out, isn't it? I think it was kind of in tandem with the announcement of the remasters. But yeah, it's like a 2D like pixel art style game called, yeah, Sons of Sparta. And it's a sort of a prequel to the whole Kratos storyline. Or it features him as a young kid. Which I admit I have no interest in. But I might play it. I might play it one day. Oh god. So that big rolly thing is quite threatening. Unless you become the rolly thing. Once you learn the way of the roll, you will be the one who threatens. Well, it's part of the reason I started playing these. It's like I was playing Ragnarok and just, I wasn't really getting into it all that much. And I don't know what it was about it. But it just, all it did was make me want to play these again. I just think the levels in this are so cool. Yeah, for the time, they were like blowing my mind. Some of this stuff. I mean, nowadays, I look at it and I'm like, okay, yeah, I can see why. Okay, I can see how this is being used to load the next area and all that kind of stuff. But at the time, I was like, whoa, they're just I still think the ideas are really, really cool. And the look of them is really cool. Hey there, Clandad, welcome. You're not buying the length of that ladder? Is that the most unbelievable part of this? Well, actually, it was multiple ladders roped together. I don't know if that helps. Like, even when they designed it, they were obviously like, this ladder is too big. We need multiple ladders. So this is the most troublesome enemy ever. Ever. You're probably looking at these and you're like, what's the problem? The problem is, if these little puppers are alive for too long, they become the big pupper. And as you can see by the volume of them, that can become a real problem. That's a problem that can get out of control. The god of health and safety. Sort of cheese this a little bit. There you go. So you can get one stuck behind there. And then you only have to deal with one. He might become unstuck, but you can at least get a head start here. Huh? The god of divide and conquer. Is that not a war strategy? Okay, now we deal with this guy. That's true, he's not the god of war yet. Spoilers. For those who have never seen God of War. This game is 21 years old. Come on, give me a circle. Give me a circle. There we go. the golden era. Yeah, yeah. This is well, I was saying earlier, this came out in 2005. It's fairly late on, or well, later than I thought it was. Anyway. Actually, I don't even need to leave. Just roll your way to victory. It's less dangerous to roll than it is to do anything else in this game. 75% off. Have you played the Fatal Frame 2? I haven't, no. I was tempted to. It didn't seem to like review or score all that well, which is not necessarily something that I pay that much attention to. I've certainly bought worse reviewed games than the Fatal Frame 2 remake. But a lot of the negativity seems to come from people who've played the original, which I've never played the original, so. Like Tormented Souls, maybe. Maybe. I don't know how that reviewed. I thought it was best not to look. No, I mean, it's not bad, like, but it's just worse than maybe I thought it would be, given that Fatal Frame 2 is, like, rather fondly remembered, it seems, dare I say. For the game that's meant to be the best of that series, I maybe expected it to be like 10 out of 10 everywhere. The thing about Fatal Frame is I played 1, enjoyed it. We played another one, and I sort of enjoyed it, but really the subject matter is not, it doesn't do much for me. Good ghosts don't really do a lot for me. Do a lot worse than 72. That's about right. That's probably about right. Yeah, I sort of... well, like I say, the first one I ever played was the first game on PS2, an actual PS2. And that was the YouTube series. And that was probably... I mean, I enjoyed it, but it was probably all I needed to see of that series, really. For me. Yeah, like the folklore stuff. I just kind of get bogged down a little bit in it. I find it hard to keep up with the story that I'm being told a lot of the time. Oops. By the way, anytime I ever do this move, it's a mistake. Every single time. That's a little visual. If you ever see me do it, you know I made a mistake. It really has no power. It's not even good for groups. It feels like its intention is for groups, but it's just not good. Because a lot of enemies will block or have counterattacks. Or they will counterattack if you keep attacking. And they're blocking. So this, which you can't get out of, is just like hammering them with an attack. So all you do is just bring out a counter that you can't do anything about. It's almost like it was programmed. And another thing about that attack is to do it, you hold block and press square. Which square is like light attack and block is block. So if you're transitioning from blocking to attacking, you have to have a very distinct gap between the two actions. So you have to make sure, okay, my finger's now off L1 and I'm pressing square, but if you get it wrong, you're just going to go into that attack and not be able to get out of it. Anyway, I've spoken at length about that attack. We don't need to discuss it anymore. I went into way more detail than I expected to about that. Anyway, here's a cool thing. Like, this is cool. This was cool in 2005. This is cool today. The idea that you're on the edge of the temple, that you see the chains and you see Kronos actually moving about the desert, I think that's super cool. Even though I bet if you zoomed out, Kronos would just be walking in a circle in like a very small area. But for this moment, it's great. You can't zoom out. We don't have that technology. Uh-oh. I knew it. I knew that was going to be a problem. Can I bring these guys over here? That's how your back feels. See, that right there is a mistake. You see I got hit straight away after it. Goodness gracious, the health. Playing with fire a little bit here. I don't want to do this. I wouldn't be a very good Kratos. Like, I'm really sorry, but I don't want to do this. No, I don't want to do it because I don't want the health. I want the experience. But I'm kind of low here, so I'm just playing it safe. Oh, we're coming up to the part of the game that's different, I think, in this version. Is it here? It is here. This is nothing, right? To this day, I've never done anything with this. I hope you don't get a billion experience there. Okay, that's alright then. Well, he probably definitely does need a bath. Almost 100%. So yeah, this is different in the European version. So this, which is the US version. This version actually makes more sense for this particular section. Yeah, it's... So the difference is... Well, we'll play it. How about we play it? We'll roll our way through it. So the whole idea here is we have to sacrifice somebody. We have to throw them into the blast furnace in order to pass this little section. So you can see all these caged guys up here. And we use the sleeper to bring one of them down. And there's a bit of an exchange here.
Oh, thank the gods you've come. Break these bars. Get me out of here. What are you waiting for? Let me out. We can find our way back to Athens.
The gods demand sacrifice. From all of us.
Oh, please. No. No.
So this whole section is like, take this guy up to be sacrificed. But in the version that I played when I grew up, the things in here are just the regular skeleton enemies. So you lower a skeleton guy, and he's not happy about it. He knows what's coming. And he's not happy about it. There's no dialogue there. Kratos just gives him a knowing look, as if to say, you know what we're about to do. But here it makes more sense, because it's actually like, oh, that's pretty dark. You've got to sacrifice, a living dude here. But in my version, it was like, well, it's just an enemy, so who cares?
Let me out. Please, show mercy. Let me out!
Oh, no, I didn't say I support it. I think if you just rewind, I don't think I said that. Oh, yeah, you have to listen to him go, no! Quite a bit. Quite a bit. In my version, you don't. There he goes again.
Keep me out of there!
Well, thank you for saying in games. You didn't have to. Also, that's still not true. Even the in-game part, even with that part, it's still not true.
No, not in that room.
Not that room. Can we get another no?
Oh, please, no. Gods on high, save me from this barbarian! Please! Please! I'm begging you on your humanity. Don't do this! Please! Oh, please, no. Gods on high, save me from this barbarian! Please! Please! No!
Am I gonna have to age restrict this? One of my RE4 videos was age restricted. And YouTube being YouTube, it doesn't tell you why. That's, you just leave that to your imagination. Which was insane to me, because I was like, what's different? It's Resident Evil 9. Like, if you're gonna restrict part of it, restrict all of it. I didn't say that to them, in case they restrict all of it, but, you know. Well, I appealed. I pressed the button that said, "You want to look at this again?" Yeah, we'll see what happens. I mean, it doesn't matter, really. It's inconsequential, but I was just like, why this part, not the other? Anyway, now we can breathe underwater. That's cool. That's not age restricted. Look, Judy had it coming, alright? I think you can all agree. You also said gore and nudity. That's like 90% of YouTube's content. So I don't know why they're complaining now. Isn't it? It might just be my algorithm, I don't know. %90 of the whole internet. Oh god. Oh well, at least it's already big. It's already a big service. It's worse when it's like, uh-oh. I might die here. It's worse when they're baby Cerberuses and it's the threat of them growing. You're not partnered and popular. All right, yeah, yeah. That's the killer, isn't it? You know. See that mistake? See that mistake right there? I could do this all day. I guess we're doing this. Efficient. Oh, there's another. I almost want to bring this thing out so I can combo it. Oh my god. Oh my god, mode. Curious and scared. A good combination. I should probably upgrade this. In fact, I thought I already had, but I guess not. I think I've seen a speedrun of this. Way, way back in the day. Close to the time I started to first become aware of speedruns. But I think back then it was, it was probably a segmented run that I watched. Like, that's how long ago it was. To download the individual sections of the watch. Oh, I do not remember. It was that long ago. Oh, I didn't even need to do that. I forget what they normally give you if you don't. I must already have whatever they give you. I'm still gonna do it. You can give them an unsolicited smooch. And I didn't know that until... I don't even know... I think I did that by accident the first time. Like, yeah, I was the same. I didn't know you could interact with them at all. For ages. How do you do that to a ghost? Unclear. I want to know how he does this. So, you can swim. But I don't even know how to swim. But I want to know how he does this. Like, for those of you who can swim, is it possible to be underwater and charge up? Charge up your energy and then just shoot through the water? Is that a thing people can do? Because I don't think it is. I think that's possible. I've only died in that thing once in my life. He can't roll in the water, no, but he can do the charge. Although, yeah, it's no rolling. It's no rolling, that's for sure. That's where I draw the line. I never use Rage of the Gods either. You probably noticed. You probably use it so much in this game, and I use it like twice. I use it when I absolutely know I can't. I will die if I don't use it. By the way, the swimming in this is amazing. You know, video game swimming is always going to be one of two things: a nightmare or a joy. And here it's really good. It's fast and you can change direction with really no effort at all. The charge move. Have I got anything from doing that? Better than Tomb Raider swimming. Yes. Because in this, the only time you can ever swim underwater is when you can breathe infinitely. So there's no worrying about having to surface again. You're just going. Oh, you don't need to be minus 1 HP this time. Although this is kind of... Ouch, that hit me. I was down in the safe spot. This is a bit minus 1. Oh, that's true. Kratos doesn't have a pool. To my knowledge. Oh. I mean, I could live here and this could be my pool. Pretty opulent. Very effective. This looks like a secret, but it's actually the way to go. Back here. Probably one of the earlier examples of a game, at least that I played, where I'm like, oh, I'm back here. Cool. Hey there, Casillas, welcome. You made it. You made it. We all made it. Welcome in. Right, well, thanks for watching, folks. Time to go. I'm kidding. Okay, so now we can breathe underwater. We can go this way. I'm a joking. I'm such a joker sometimes. This room will be important, just not yet. Oh god, this next bit. Oh lordy. Wait a second. I think I will. I'll upgrade these and then save. Yes, I am feeling better, thank you. Much better today. Sleep is really good for you. I'm not a doctor, but you know, I've picked up a few things about life, and it just so happens that sleep is very, very good. And when you get it, boy, is that a difference maker. So yeah, that helped quite a bit. You can get up here. You can get up here. You can get up here. You know what? Let's do this first. Let's do this bit first. Unfortunately, I have insomnia. Yeah, I don't know how I'd cope. Although I feel like I have two bad nights sleep for every 2 or 3 bad nights sleep for every 1 good night's sleep, which is barely a livable ratio. But that's kind of what I'm on at the moment. So in order to do this little section, you gotta kill these guys, but you gotta kill them in the circle. If you ain't in the circle, useless. And I'm nearly dead. Yeah, and that's not a good trade, is it? Like, I can sleep, but only when I'm sick. I don't know which I prefer. Okay, I'm gonna try and get as many in here as I can. Okay, that works. I'm gonna have to kill one legit. I don't like that. These guys are super annoying. Oh, that's such a mistake. Please, is that in the circle? Must be. It is. You can sleep anytime provided you have a blanket. Yeah, those are quite a troublesome enemy. Because they can kind of go through your block. A lot of enemies can't. There we go. I don't know why that's... why that platform's so hard to get on. Welcome back, Clown Dad. Yeah, I don't think we get any more of those Gorgon eyes. I think our health is like... It's not at max, but it's... There's only one more upgrade you can get, and it's a very specific one. Oh god. Welcome to the toughest section in the game. And it's this jump. Oh, God. I use this to do it. Like this little move. To just take you a little bit further. Because that jump is like right on the edge of where you can get to. And now I'm going to have to do it again. That's not the bit I expected to have trouble with. Good. I guess that's an insta-kill on this one. Wow. I didn't know that. It's a carving of the architect that built this maze. Could you stop that, please? So yeah, we just use magic against those guys. Fighting them is no fun. Ow. In fact, fighting everything in a small corridor in this game is not super fun. That is quite a neat feature of the Gorgons, actually. They will freeze other enemies. But I'm normally so worried about getting frozen myself that I'm just like, let's kill him quick. Well, this is over. Okay. You have to kill everyone here, by the way. This isn't me indulging. So I hope I have killed everyone here. Yes, we got it. There's always something rather dramatic happening in this game. It really doesn't let up like the entire way through. Okay, this bit can be rough. If you get hit. You don't get hit. But that's fine. So the whole idea behind this area is that there's doors along the left and right, but only one of them leads out. There is this door at the end. I'm only going down here just to get a few extra... a bit of extra experience. Excellent. And that. Which I didn't even really realize was there. Eight dead ends, one way out. Will you find it before the flames of Hades consume you? So it's on the left, I know that, but I can't remember if it's... I think it's the third door on the left. I think it's this one. But then you have to have enough time to actually open it. That's it. Please! Yes. Really are, you know, they're fairly generous with like the placement of the health and magic chests. I certainly could afford to use magic way more than I do. I'm just always worried I'm going to be left with none at a time when I really need it. But you probably know this about me by now. Second rope section of the night. Well, not to the point where I might as well not have it. That's the difference. In this game, I'm quite happy to use stuff. More so than other games. But like here, I know I'm going to spam it to get rid of those guys. The point where I might as well not have it. I've never thought about it like that. But I guess the point is I do have it. And I will keep it. Still baffled by the by the Magnum ammo choice. I don't even remember it. See, that's probably even worse. Is to me, it was Tuesday. You know, I didn't even think. I don't even remember it. It's just the latest in a long line of decisions like that. Okay. I know you're all enjoying the action, but excuse me while I balance on these beams. Hey, that's what the VODs are there for. You know, when you're live in the chat, you could be all over the place. But when you're watching a VOD, you're locked in. You're picking up on things you didn't see like that, or did see. But you're picking up on them even more. Wow, I thought that was definitely going to knock me off. This is quite a -1 HP zone. If you look down, and you shouldn't, but if you were to look down, you'll see we're above where we were earlier. And I said there was no fall damage, but if you fall down there, you will die. But I think it's more that there's like a kill plane below where we're stood. Full death, yes. By the way, I was just about to say, there are points on these platforms where it just feels like the game throws you off them. I was just about to say that. On my life. Like, you saw there, he starts balancing, and then he just flies off. Anyway. If only I'd thought to say it a second earlier. It's barely worth it for that chest to get here as well. We did all that to pull that switch. Turn that switch. Turn that lever, whatever. Had we found a way to just go up here, we could have, you know, Kratos could have avoided a lot of pain there. I don't think there's anything I need or can upgrade. I said this room would be important. So, I have a strat for this boss, and it's to just hang out. So if you just sort of hang out, you can beat this boss. Because this spot here, it's not just this spot, but on this side, he will do this fire breathe attack, which you can just fully block. And I didn't dare. But... And then when he's done doing it, you just tag him. Now this might take absolutely ages. On this difficulty, he's probably going to have 1 billion health. He will do other attacks here. But not as often as the fire one. You can kind of see him spamming it. Ha! This boss would be pretty... It might be overkill for that. I mean, it might be. You might think it's not enough. So this for me is to sort of avoid all that. It's to basically avoid potentially taking damage, even though I took a massive hit there. But that's because I strayed. I strayed from the edge into the middle. And we don't want that. You see, you stray into the middle. I'm nearly dead. We have 3 of them. I feel like this is you with the demon spawn. They would quit. They would quit after, you know, a couple of hours. This one's quit. Look. You're absolutely right. They can't take it. We're just chilling. I am going to play remastered MGS4. 1000%. A 1000%. I used to, there was a time in my life when I played almost exclusively MGS4. Now, granted, I was playing it online, but I was also playing it offline over and over again. Which is baffling even for me to think about now. You die in this boss because you get impatient, by the way. And when you see me start to string together a longer combo, that's me getting impatient. No, I'll be playing it. Hey, don't worry. I'm keeping my eye out for it. I'm a little surprised it's taken this long to arrive. I guess they wanted to focus on Delta. And just make sure that, like, nothing was potentially subtracting from any Delta sales, you know? But I thought we'd get the Legacy Collection 2 way quicker than we did. But no, I'm glad it's coming out. It deserves. It genuinely does deserve to be freed from the PlayStation 3. Many worse, less deserving games have since been ported and remastered and whatever. It's this chat. That's the reason it's not come out yet. Yeah, I still have my original PS3 copy. I don't think I have my PS3 anymore, but it might be somewhere. That game is broken up into acts, Act 1, Act 2, and so on. And on PS3, you used to have to, it used to have to like load each act. And when I say load, I don't mean like a normal loading screen. I mean it was like, 8 minutes or something to load in the next act. And you would sit there and it would just be Snake smoking for like 8 minutes. And you'd have to just sit there and wait for it. Oh my god. Could you imagine? Can you imagine waiting that long for any other game to load? Imagine if a game came out today and you fired it up and it was like, alright, now for an 8-minute loading screen. And it wasn't like, oh, that's, yeah, but, you know, the first time you do it, it takes that long, but then it's fine after. No, every time you play the game, you have to load the app. How did I end up on this thing? I've never seen it do this. There we go. To this day, I have no idea if this thing has, like, different attacks in sort of the different phases. Because I'm always stood here. I'm always stood here, and I'm always blocking the one fire move that it has. So this is meant to be, like, one of the bigger bosses of the game. In fact, second to, like, the final boss, this is the biggest boss. But it's quite trivial. It's just a bit of a slog because we're on God mode, so it's got a lot of health. I hope we don't mess it up right at the end. But yeah, I'll probably play Peace Walker as well. Not on stream, but I might have a go at Peace Walker. I never actually played it all that much. But people swear by that game. They do, you know. It's not a numbered game, but people do highly rate Peace Walker. I should really look up strats for this fight. I think I'm just very attached to what is happening. Just very attached to my own little strat. Because I, you know, I did this when I was younger. So I'm like, yes, I found this. Even though many other people who played it probably... I think you just naturally come over to this side of the room, because this is the side that the staircase is on. The ideal pattern is he does the little roar. He does the little roar after he attacks. That gives you an opening. But if he backs up like that, it's a bit annoying. Like that, that's what you want. Okay, now we're in the flow. If he backs up too much, he gets a bit awkward. I nearly just died. I'm getting impatient. Nearly dead. Oh my god, he's so close. Stop backing away. Stop it. There we go. Hey. Only 3 achievements left. Thing is, all 3 achievements are right at the end of the game. Like, beat the final encounter on God mode, beat the final boss on God mode, beat the game on God mode. It's like, well, if you beat the final boss, you beat the final like enemy encounter and the final boss, then you've done the game as well. So they're all sort of connected to each other. My second son, my last, has followed his brother to the Elysian fields. In my heart, I know I must continue the work of the gods, but they take so much, and at last my soul begins to doubt. Athos Virtus the Third. So this is the first time. I love all the architect stuff in this game. So he always signs all of these little books as like chief architect and loyal subject of the gods, but this is the first one that he doesn't. And I like this little journey that you go on with the architect. It's like, oh, I was chosen for this like amazing thing. Sign me up. But oops, both my sons died building this thing. Not so sure about it anymore. Not too hot on this idea anymore. But he does turn their heads into a key. Which is pretty metal. I don't really have too many thoughts about, you know, how I might want my body to be used after I die, but it would be pretty rad if my head was a key. You know?
Lord Hades.
Would it?
Your progress is impressive, Kratos, but your skills will not carry you to your ultimate goal. I offer you the souls of Hades itself, the souls of the dead, who stand ready to fight by your side. Take this weapon, Kratos. Take this power, and use it to defeat your enemies.
The army of Hades. So the army of Hades is crazy strong. But again, I don't really use it all that much. It takes up so much magic. Only be a couple of occasions where we really use it.
Go forth in the name of Olympus.
Maybe it will be. I should probably give people advance warning of that. The whole key thing. Just so they know it's coming. I don't want to put all that pressure on them right at the end. Pop the skull in there, and there you go. I forget which way I should be doing this. Ah, right. Oh, yeah. The whole treasure hunt thing. That might be cool, actually. Definitely want to leave something behind, like a, you know, like a video tape. Has to be a tape. Can't just be like a YouTube video or something. But, you know, a tape that they find, and it's like, I'm sending you on I'm sending you on an adventure. I have one last task for you to complete. You know? But then I'll leave different tapes. As they go on the treasure hunt, they'll find different tapes, leading them to the next clue. Exactly, yeah, like an oldie VHS tape. The plot. I don't know, actually. I don't know. I thought I just made it up, but maybe I didn't. Maybe someone else got there first. What time are we on? I'm taking a break again. God of War is not a game where I take breaks. Oh god, I gotta do this first as well. Sorry, I could have done this earlier, and I didn't. Oh, I don't suppose it matters. So along the way, this is the door we couldn't get in earlier. But along our adventure, I've collected these 2 Muse keys, which open this. Nicest room in the game, without question. Zeus bestows on you the gift of magic. This is where you get your final upgrades. Well, I do hate taking a break in FPS. That is true. Zeus is barfing all over this room. He's just barfed on me the gift of health. And this is the ultimate barf. Experience. While the gods have hidden Pandora's box well, they are not without mercy. Use these magical sands, gifts from the Olympians, to increase your chances of reaching your goal. So this is signed Chief Architect and Loyal Subjects, because you can get here before you reach the other one. I guess this was built before that son died, is the implication there. Anyway, that's... We pretty much want all our experience to go in the Army of Hades. I've never played Hellblade. Is that a recommend? Zeus needs to stop overindulging. Yeah, that was a big problem with this. I agree. Now this is what I call gameplay. There we go. So you can see all of this. This whole thing here, all of this was for this. And I like how when you've lined them all up, the camera changes. So you're going down like the big corridor. Also, you can see there, it's clearly just a big JPEG of a level through there. I don't know if you can see that on the screen. If I walk forwards a little bit. Wait for it. There you go. Now it's a level. Now it's a real level. Now it's a picture of a level. Now it's a level. I don't think it was as obvious on PS2, but here it very much is. So now we can finally do this. Even the Pyre guy is like, whoa. Don't see this often.
Your progress is impressive, Kratos. But be warned. Once you ascend to the upper levels of the temple, you will not be able to return without Pandora's box.
So this is a bit of a point of no return, but the only reason you'd need to really go around again is to find the Muse keys.
As Kratos rose through the massive temple constructed to guard Pandora's box, he realized it was a monument not only to the gods of Olympus, but to the madness of the warlord who had designed it. He'd conquered the lower floors of Pandora's temple, but what lay in wait above would test even the greatest warlord.
Well, in this game, there is no relationship with Zeus. Kratos does have a connection to Zeus, but it's only established in like later games. I don't know if it was always the intention, but here we're just, you know, this is really Athena's quest, and we're just sort of being helped by other gods. Also, this was, where is this? This was clearly not visible earlier, but whatever. Oh, this enemy's sick. Watch this biz casual throw. Look at that. This is an enemy who absolutely loves what they do. Too bad Medusa's gaze freezes all.
Kratos had been in service to the gods long enough to know the Harpy had been sent as a warning, a reminder from his former master of the decision that had cost Kratos everything. Had it been that long since he'd almost met his end at the hands of the barbarians? That long since he'd traded everything to save himself? The sky split apart, and the god of war stepped through.
So I
Descending
don't
from Olympus,
particularly
he
like
saw
this
the
design.
makings of a god in a mere mortal. Ares would save Kratos. He would turn him into the perfect warrior, his servant on Earth.
Like, they clearly had this idea of,
Only
like,
a simple pledge of loyalty was
flame
required.
hair, but I don't
My
think it
life
really worked.
is yours, Ares. From this day, I shall carry forth your will.
And his fate was sealed.
Great
As
thighs,
promised, Ares rescued his new disciple, bringing forth the power of a god, destroying those who would slaughter Kratos and his men.
So, well, spoilers, yeah, but later on,
As for
yes.
Kratos,
they're like,
only a sword and
actually,
shield would befit the newest servant of the god of
Kratos
war.
is Zeus's son.
The blades of chaos, forged in the foulest depths of Hades. Once attached, the chains remained so, chained and seared to the flesh, a part of the bearer's body, a permanent reminder of Kratos' pledge. In return, ultimate power. The rage of Ares exploded from within. But soon, he would learn the true cost of such power.
Wow,
A
he
cost
instantly
too high, even for
knew how to
Kratos
use
to
that.
pay.
Wretched beast! I know who it is you serve. Return to your master. Tell the god of war I am his no longer. Tell him he is not safe while I walk the earth. I will find Pandora's box. And I will use it to see him tremble and fall.
Also, the blades of chaos are like the most dangerous weapon. Like, they look cool, and visually the chains and the idea that you can swing around and do all little stuff is really cool. But the mechanics of throwing a blade that's attached to a chain and then yanking it back, like. How do you not slice your own head off? It's cool, though. Very, very cool. The cliffs of madness lie before you. In my grieving, I fear I may have designed a maze with no true way out. If I am right, may the cruel, uncaring gods show you the way. See, now he signs it once loyal subject of the gods. So I feel like the bottom area that we've just been in is very like structured, and there's obviously these sections that are paying homage to like specific gods and things. And then you come up here and it's like, and now it's just whatever. Because I'm going insane. Which I quite like. There's a sort of quite neat little sub-story going on within the sort of level design. Normally, so if this was a normal playthrough, I would upgrade the blades again, but I kind of want to make sure we have enough to upgrade this to level 3, so. Anyway, I'll keep it how it is for now. Oh, are we still talking about thighs? Pardon me. I didn't mean to interrupt with my musings on the game. Carry on. Look, I can appreciate, but you know what? It's extremely important that we don't get into that conversation. Before I even attempt to continue. I can't believe everyone's so focused on the thighs and made no comment of his weird flame hair. That I don't think it comes across too good. Like, it looks like just shiny ginger hair rather than like flame hair. There's nothing wrong with ginger hair, but it's just like, I don't think it has the effect that maybe they wanted it to. But maybe I'm stupid. Maybe I'm not having the effect that I want to right now. Cool little move. You do the roll and then send him in the air. Yeah, the whole plot is because Kratos is jealous of his thighs. That's why we're on this revenge mission. Because Ares would not reveal the secret to his thighs. And Kratos is like, this will not stand. That's the true Greek tragedy. I can't remember the way to go. The guy's like, I've created a maze. There's actually only 2 ways you can go. I don't remember which way to go first. I think it's this way. Like, you have to do both. So really, there isn't 2 ways to go. You have to do both. I got it wrong. It's the other way. But even like the outfit is just kind of like, yeah, that looks like an ancient Greek whatever. But it's kind of plain. There's just not much going on there, I don't think. Yeah, I think we're going this way instead. Wow, we should talk about thighs more often. That's the most lively everyone's been. I can't wait for the next Ares cutscene. We'll all spring into action again. Valuable market research was done this evening. The kind of analytics that YouTube just cannot provide me. Oh, from off screen. From on screen. Thigh off. Maybe that'll be the title of the VOD then. Something about thigh crushing. And then I'll just have a huge picture. I'll just have like a zoom in on them for the thumbnail. And then maybe like a reaction face. I don't remember this section being, there being so many enemies. You know, I'm not hearing anyone say that sense of humor is the most important thing. Wow. I haven't seen that kill animation in years. Humor, abs, and thighs. Well, that's the holy trinity, isn't it? Fortunately, as you can see, Kratos has all three. You know, he's got the abs, he's got the thighs, and he's always cracking jokes. This game is a laugh a minute from Kratos, let me tell you. Kratos is well known. He's well known for his sense of humor. Will you stop spawning? Why? Okay, good. There's someone else. I can hear them. Where they are. They're outside. I don't know where they are. Exactly, it's a riot. Alrighty, well, we are bang on 3 hours, folks. So I'm going to call it for tonight. But thank you very much for watching. I should break that because that's now not going to count. But yes, thank you for hanging out this evening. I do appreciate it. I feel like I've learned a lot about you all. And about myself. Which is really why I do this. So. But yes, thank you very much for watching. This is taking a little bit longer than I anticipated. But I guess, yeah, God mode is... It's like I said at the start, like if you've got the strategy, it's fine. It's just, it's still a bit of a slog to get through because everything has so much health. But yeah, I'm enjoying going through this. Like I say, there's only 2 parts of the game that I'm actually worried about. We haven't hit the first one yet. So... It's all good. This is all chill so far. Please fight an enemy with nice shoulders next. I'm trying to think if that's coming up. Maybe. But yes, I'll be back on Tuesday. Hopefully less stressed than I was feeling yesterday. But yeah. Have a good rest of your weekend. I'm still publishing the RE4 VODs, if you're interested. I've started to upload Alan Wake 2. I still have an episode of Silent Hill that I haven't published for some reason. But I don't want to, like, flood, like, every single day, have, like, a 3 or 4 hour video. Like, that's quite, you know, quite a lot. So, I'm trying to, like, space it out. So yes, hopefully that's all good stuff. Spicy opinions. Alright. Well, I'm gonna go. But yes, take care of yourselves. Have a good rest of your weekend. And I will see you all, hopefully, next time. I'm interested to hear what the audio has been like. I'm gonna go check that right now. Maybe no one heard me say anything.